In baseball, every position has its own set of challenges, but none carries the same burden as the pitcher. The pitcher is the centerpiece of the game, the one who initiates every play, and the player whose every mistake is magnified. On paper, it may seem glamorous to stand on the mound and command the game, but in reality, the pressure can be suffocating. A pitcher doesn't just throw a ball, they carry the weight of their entire team's fate with every pitch. The loneliness of the mound. Being a pitcher is isolating. While other players share responsibilities in the field, the pitcher stands alone on the mound, the focal point of every play. Each time the ball leaves their hand, all eyes are on them, teammates, fans, opponents, and critics. That isolation can feel suffocating, especially when the game is on the line. Unlike hitters, who can rely on teammates to drive in runs, the pitcher can't pass the ball off to someone else. It's their moment, every single time. Constant physical strain. Pitching is one of the most physically demanding actions in sports. The unnatural motion of throwing at high speeds repeatedly puts massive stress on the shoulder and elbow. Injuries like rotator cuff tears, elbow ligament damage, and Tommy John surgery are almost considered normal for pitchers. Careers can be shortened in an instant by one bad pitch that twists the arm the wrong way. Unlike other positions, pitchers are expected to perform at maximum intensity hundreds of times per game, making them more vulnerable to long-term damage. The mental toll. Pitching isn't just physical, it's a mental chess match. A pitcher must anticipate what the hitter is thinking, adjust to the batter's tendencies, and execute pitches with precision. The mental fatigue builds with every at-bat, every inning, every game. One mental lapse, one loss of focus, and the ball could sail out of the park. Many pitchers admit that the pressure eats at their confidence, leading to slumps that last weeks or even months. Every mistake is magnified. When a fielder makes an error, it might slip by unnoticed. But when a pitcher makes a mistake, it often ends up in the stands as a home run. A single bad pitch can erase hours of hard work and preparation. Pitchers don't get the luxury of hiding in the shadows. Their mistakes are on full display, immortalized in highlights, statistics, and sometimes even ridicule from fans and media. The margin for error is brutally thin. The battle with umpires. Pitchers also have to deal with an unpredictable element, the umpire's strike zone. No matter how well a pitch is thrown, it's ultimately judged by a human being who can be inconsistent. One umpire's strike is another's ball, and those decisions can completely change the outcome of a game. Pitchers often feel like they're fighting two opponents, the batter and the umpire. It's a frustrating reality that makes the position even more stressful. The endless scouting reports. In modern baseball, pitchers are studied more than ever before. Analytics teams break down every pitch, every release angle, and every velocity drop. Opponents come to the plate with a detailed report on the pitcher's tendencies. That means pitchers must constantly evolve, adjusting their approach to stay one step ahead. Falling behind in this chess match of adjustments can quickly expose a pitcher and lead to disaster on the field. The weight of expectations. Fans and coaches expect pitchers to dominate every game. They are judged by their earned run average (ERA), their strikeout count, and their win-loss record. Even when they pitch well, if their team doesn't score runs, the loss still falls on them. Unlike hitters, who can have an off night without much criticism, a pitcher who struggles even slightly faces immediate blame. The pressure to be perfect can crush even the most talented arms. The grueling recovery process. After a start, pitchers don't just rest. Their bodies go through intense recovery routines, ice baths, stretching, band work, and hours of therapy. The arm doesn't simply bounce back, it takes days to recover, and even then, the soreness never completely disappears. Pitchers live in a cycle of pain and recovery, constantly preparing their bodies for the next outing. It's a relentless grind that fans rarely see. The short shelf life. The truth is, most pitchers don't last long. The wear and tear on their arms, combined with the mental stress, often cuts careers short. Even the best pitchers rarely sustain dominance for more than a handful of seasons. Many end up retiring early due to injuries or declining performance. For every legendary pitcher who makes it into the Hall of Fame, there are hundreds whose careers ended too soon, all because of the brutal demands of the position. Facing the best hitters night after night, pitchers don't get a break. They constantly face the best hitters in the world, athletes who train relentlessly to crush their pitches. Unlike hitters, who might see a weaker pitcher from time to time, pitchers can't avoid elite talent. Every lineup has stars who can punish even the slightest mistake. That reality means a pitcher can never relax, not even against the bottom of the order, because one slip can unravel an entire game. The burnout factor. Over time, the combination of pressure, physical pain, and constant scrutiny leads to burnout. Many pitchers lose their love for the game, not because they don't enjoy baseball, but because the position drains them mentally and physically. They spend more time rehabbing injuries, dealing with criticism, and carrying the burden of their role than actually enjoying the sport they once loved. Conclusion. Being a pitcher may look heroic from the outside, but behind the glory lies pain, pressure, and constant struggle. It's a role that demands perfection in an imperfect game, a job where every weakness is exposed, and a career where health and confidence can collapse in an instant. While pitchers are celebrated as the face of baseball, the truth is that their journey is one of the toughest in all of sports. For every strikeout and victory, there's an untold story of suffering, sacrifice, and survival.